Hi Leo, welcome to Dragonfly Soul Tarot, and today what we are doing is the manifestation and intentions reading for the new moon, so we can set our intentions for something to manifest around the time of the full moon and the following weeks after that before the next new moon, where we'll set our intentions again. I wanted to do a love intentions, but I did find a better format for that, so I will separate the two next month. But this month, I am just going to do a love reading as the new moon intentions, and the point of this is to work with the energies that are coming our way. And so, if these energies are favorable, we can concentrate on them and bring them into our lives even more quickly if we want. And if these energies are a little bit on the unfavorable side, we can work to set our intentions to bypass them or sidestep them. So that is what we are doing this month. I've shuffled the cards and now I'm going to cut. And the first card I have is what you want, Leo, and that is the Eight of Pentacles. What you need is the Hangman. What they want is the Five of Cups. What they need is the King of Wands. The card in your past is the Knight of Wands. The card in the present is the Four of Swords. And the possible outcome is the Seven of Wands. Ooh, that's very... It's a dark reading, Leo. There's a lot of dark cards here, so there's a lot going on underneath. You may be not wanting to focus on love this month because you are working on something. Could be you're working on your attitude towards love. You've come to a point where you may not know how to move ahead, and you feel like you have to go back to the drawing board in how to go about getting to a better place in your love situation. What you need is to take some time out and think about things. Now, putting things into action before you've actually thought about it could be a little bit, it could work to your detriment here. It's possible that you are jumping the gun on something and putting changes into place that are hurting your relationship chances. Now, if you're single, this could be an attitude that now, since the card is so dark, it's like a shift in attitude towards being more more demanding of what you're getting from this relationship. You feel like possibly in the past you weren't getting enough, so you have to learn how to get more out of this relationship. But the card underneath... Okay, my battery died. Hopefully I didn't cut off too much of that. Okay, so we were talking about the darkness here and the attitude towards your romantic life, where you are thinking, I need to make these changes so that I can get more out of this. But the Hangman, in what you need is to take a little time and think before you act. That is what these two cards are telling me. Now, I'm going to move on to what they need, and they need the Five of Cups. And so there's some unhappiness here. They are thinking that maybe it's time for them to find someone else, or they're focusing on the negativity that is happening in the relationship. They are focusing on how things are not working out as opposed to what is working. And you're kind of feeding into that by becoming a little bit reactive. It's like, okay, fine, you're going to focus on the negative, well, I'll give you more negative. That's not a way to fix things and make things move forward, to be productive in a relationship. What they need is the King of Wands. Okay, Leo. Now, this is your card. The King of Wands is the pursuer. The Wands is the passionate suit. They want the King of Wands back. They don't want you to retreat into this what about me stance here, because that's what it is. It's a what about me stance. But they want the King of Wands back. They want the Leo that they came to know and love back. But they're wondering whether they can get him back. You see what I mean? So there's been a change, and you're doing things differently. You're doing things differently, thinking that this is the better way to get what you want, but it's hurting them. And they are not happy with the way things are going. They want the King of Wands back, but they may not be able to communicate this with you. Alright, so in the past you had the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the person, the Knight of Wands is the action. And then in the past you acted in a very leonine manner, and they adored you for that. But now you're no longer acting like this. You are acting different. You are looking into these other strategies to get what you want. There's something missing out of the relationship, and you're thinking, maybe if I'm not quite so forward, then maybe they will come forward. But that's just making them retreat further and further away from you. See? Can you get two more opposite color schemes here? Got these two cards side by side. Look at how opposing they are. Bright, fiery, and then dingy and dull. And it's a beautiful card still, but so you have kind of retracted your fiery nature, and you're doing things differently in hopes of getting them to come forward. But they need that fiery nature back. Or they are feeling like this may not be working out. Right now, your relationship is in the Four of Swords. This is stagnation with communication and things not moving forward. It's a stalemate, basically. So things are not great, but they're not like they were. And this is something we're going to need to put our intentions to changing, I believe, because it needs to move forward, or it will stagnate to the point where it can end, where one or the other will leave. Okay, so then we have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is conflict, and when two people are not on the same page, it can grow and build to the point where it can come out. Somebody is going to come out and say, hey, you know what? Since this is your reading, Leo, I think it may be you that finally comes out and tries to clear the air. Because this seems to me like you are kind of moving into that emotional level where you are not communicating as much because they are not meeting you on the same level as the King of Wands. They are more passive in this relationship, and it could be that you are finally bringing out your fiery nature here and saying, you know what, this has got to stop. We got to talk this out. And whether or not they are ready for it, this can be very fiery behind the woman. There is fire in the building, and she is ready to do battle. And this can be a very It can be constructive, but because the fire is burning down the building, it just might be destructive. It just might be you saying, you know what, I've tried everything. I can't get you to communicate. I can't get you to meet me halfway. I can't get you to do this or that or whatever it is that is missing from the relationship. So let's hash it out or call it quits. So this is a confrontation that is coming up in the future. And yeah, confrontation is never fun for anybody, especially when there's a lot of emotions and passion involved. And they want to see your passion, but they're not ready for this confrontation. When a Leo gets confrontational, it can be turned up to the highest level, to the highest volume. So, very, very quiet right now, but oh boy, at some point there's going to be some explosive communication from the Leos. So whatever relationship this is with you Leos, whether it's an existing one or if it's someone who you've just met and your communication styles kind of change a little bit over the side, you want to set the intention for peace and communication. This is a good time during the new moon where we are planting the seeds of what we want to manifest around the time of the full moon and the weeks following after that. So if you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, please comment down below. If you know of anyone who could benefit from hearing these messages, please tell 2 friends or more about my channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And that helps my YouTube channel a lot. I really appreciate all your input. That's it for this month, Leo, in this love reading. Bye for now.